Hey guys, Andy Navarre here. Working on a tune that you guys probably enjoy today. It's called the Dark Hollow. This is an old song, but again, bluegrassers have played this for many years, and working on ways that we can kind of maybe embellish it in the Monroe style. And it's something that it's a real fun one to do because you'll immediately play with other folks, and you might get some ability to traverse the neck a little bit, play maybe a little bit out of open position, up the neck a bit in chords and some double stops, things of that nature. One of the first things you want to do, like with every tune, and I'll just keep on hammering this down, make sure you know the melody, okay? So in my head, I have the song in there. In other words, I've listened to it a lot, I've played a lot with folks. And the one I'll kind of reference is just kind of the way I hear maybe Peter Rowan sing it with Monroe in the mid-60s. So again, what you want to do is just kind of find the basic melody note in single notes, wherever that may be. You can be in one spot, open, you can move it up the neck, your chop position, you can find the notes just about everywhere on the neck. For this exercise today, we'll just kind of focus on the middle of the neck. So this is how the melody would sound in my ear. Okay? Again, there's multiple ways to play that with double stops, single notes. Just kind of focus on just finding the melody notes and kind of getting comfortable with that. Then you'll kind of discover, oh, there's all these little double stops around me. Kind of maybe incorporate that later. Now, with that melody in hand, to kind of make you, for lack of a better term, Monroe size in this, it takes kind of a little bit of an experience, but here's some concepts that he would, apply to a tune like this. Again, it would change over the years. For the kickoff, this would be something standard that Bill would play. So that's just kind of walking in, you're going to walk into that A note. So it's just walking into that A melody note. And we're in the key of D here, so making sure that you know the key. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. That's very important as well. But something like this would be not uncommon for him to play. For that first phrase. So he's kind of abstracting it a little bit. In other words, he's not playing the melody note by note, but the important parts are in there. Another thing he's having is this open A ringing. So that's kind of giving it a kind of a nice, almost kind of a ghostly effect with that A note over that 4 chord. Excuse me, the 5 chord. Okay, so let me kind of explain what I did. So for the second part, I'm going kind of up an arpeggio. It's all D stuff, but this is if you kind of abstract it a bit. That would be the second phrase. Again, that's what I'm kind of hearing him play over that second phrase. Bum, 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 bum. Kind of come back on the chord with some syncopated figures. Okay. Now right here I switch positions. Now I'm going into an octave D. Then a characteristic lick that he plays many times is playing on the 7th of the chord. So in other words, if we're in the key of D, the 7th is going to be a C note. If you've never heard that type of lick before, check out the tune Bluegrass Special. That's a great example of the kind of articulation I'm talking about. Now, on the G chord, or the 4 chord of the tune, the cool idea is to do the same kind of concept. Here I'm using an F note, and you're kind of using the basic same kind of blues lick. With the open G on it. Okay, that sounds real kind of bluesy. This happens many times through his career. Then at the end, what I'm going is just to an arpeggio. So just a D. That little triplet, and he's right at a bluegrass stomp. Okay, so what we've done is kind of abstract the melody a bit. We have some of the melody directly lifted. Other parts we're just kind of moving a riffs around based on in the Monroe style. Let me play through it one time through, and it'll be a little bit different every time because this is not something I've memorized. It's kind of what coming out of my ear. Tremolo on the melody note. Then going up the arpeggio. To D. Okay. So hopefully that helps you out with some kind of devices that you can kind of use on a tune like that. Again, his ability to kind of abstract the melody is one of the highlights to me of his genius playing. Again, the melody's still in there, but again, it's surrounded by all these other little melodic things that are coming directly from himself. But the things you can kind of take out of this is, again, the droning on the melody strings with the open A, up the arpeggio, back into that chop chord. We're sliding into open D. This is where I'm switching positions. And here comes the blues notes. Over G, 4 chord. And the last part, just D arpeggio. So hopefully that helps with a tune like that, Dark Hollow. Again, you always get the basic melody down, but then you can kind of abstract it in certain ways that are in that style. Again, a lot of these things rhythmically too, it's not straight. It's syncopated with the right hand. So you want to kind of pay attention to those things. But see if you can kind of come close to that or find your own version. And I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm novaraandygtr@gmail.com. Again, I'm available to do lessons. In this time of this pandemic, always looking for some new students. So hopefully this helps, and contact me if you guys have any questions. I really appreciate it. Thank you.